He used to like literally point at you like through the screen and laugh. It was so annoying. He was the most annoying cunt in the world. I remember crying playing that game. Like, 'cause I was young at the time, obviously.
Don't look at me. It pisses me off. Hello, welcome to the Cosy Couch, episode 20. Another milestone.
Is it?
Yeah. I actually forgot to put the number of the show in last week. I didn't realise until it was uploaded.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Episode 20.
Yep.
The big 2.
That is 20, yeah.
Yeah.
Try to think, because remember you said we're legal, but that was 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it's 20. If not,
Hang on a minute.
No, it is, it's 20, I know, I remember.
Positive? Okay.
Positive. So this is the Cosy Couch. We are always on the ball, as I'm sure you can see. This is entertainment.
Sorry. I don't think it's in the shot, but...
I suppose we angled the camera.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So.
Yes, this is an entertainment podcast, all about movies and games and other forms of fun media.
Yep.
If you like that, please subscribe. Please check out the other shows. The Chronic Couch is getting uploaded tonight. It's processed and ready.
Is it?
Not the full one, unfortunately.
Is it not?
I'll quickly explain why, right?
Right.
I've got a new editor, which I can put the picture in picture, right?
Uh-huh.
But I need to pay for it, right? So I'm using it just now, the free version, right? Seeing how it is, seeing it's worth the money.
Uh-huh.
It's not good for actual editing videos, but it's good for putting videos together. So I need to edit it in Movie Maker, then export it to that. It's a long process, so
That is.
what I'm going to do is upload the base video just now so you can all watch and have a laugh, and if you want the full video, the proper version, that'll be up next week when I've got more time to really arse out.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then in the future, once I've worked it out, it'll be a piece of piss. I can just pure
Good.
send them out there.
Good.
Yeah, but it's good, I like it. It's
Good.
funny. In for a treat this week.
There you go.
So,
what
my
have you
name's
been
Nick.
Alright, we're still to do that bit.
Yeah, and this is Richard.
Yeah, that's true.
And then it's your turn.
Alright, what have you been doing
What, just now or this week?
this week?
I see someone news like I don't know what's going on.
Someone news immediately went, oh, this is a
What
shit
the
show.
fuck is this?
This is a shit show.
This week I pretty much played nothing but The Witness.
Enjoying it?
Loving it.
So good, isn't
And
it?
hating it at the same time.
Yeah, it's one of those
It's-
weird games where you're like, I love this, but I hate how frustrating it is.
Yeah. If you don't know what The Witness is, it's a puzzle game on PS4.
Mhm.
And I think the best way to describe it is what everyone says is it teaches you a language in terms of like the puzzles. Like it doesn't tell you anything. It just puts you in the game and you need to figure it all out yourself.
Yeah.
There's different sort of areas and each area's got a sort of different theme, puzzle wise.
Mm.
And then some of them mix in. Like some you come across, you look at and you go, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah.
And then an hour later you go back to it and go, "Oh, piece of piss."
Yeah, because like you've learned what the rules of the
Yeah.
puzzle are. It's a weird game.
Heavy addictive. It's a good
Yeah.
co-op game as well. I mean, my girlfriend. was playing
Yeah,
it a lot.
yeah, because you can just sit with like people in the room and be like, what do we
Aye.
do here? You
We
know,
just
like,
sit, stare at it in silence for like 10 minutes, pure.
until one of
Would you
you's
try
like,
that way? No.
yeah, that's what we do. I mean, I can see why people were like drawing graphs and stuff like that.
Oh, I've been doing that.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
I've not done that yet because I've never been that badly stuck in a puzzle, but I can imagine I'm gonna
The
start.
one I'm on now is like, so it's got the shapes and the boxes,
Yeah,
but one of them has got 2 dots, then a space and another 2 dots.
yeah,
So you have to have 4 boxes with a space in the middle.
yeah.
I have no idea how you would do that.
Oh, I don't know. I would
It's-
need to see it to
Yeah,
even know
I
what
know.
you're talking about.
I'm going to link up with another one because you can do that, but if you don't know, if you've not played the game, that is gibberish. But
Yeah.
what about you?
I've played a wee bit of The Witness. Still playing The Last of Us. Just slowly got through the university. I'm now into winter.
Oh, nice one, yeah.
I've only just really started winter, but it's good. And then I've been playing Rainbow Six Siege.
Yep.
Because I got that for free this weekend. It's not looking good for Rainbow Six Siege.
Not at all.
I mean, it's on sale right now for £15.
What is it?
Not even worth it.
No, you just play with your pals?
No,
No.
no, definitely not. Because it has to be online all the time. which is one of those things you're like, I can't be bothered with that. And I just think the multiplayer, the multiplayer seems like it get very boring very quickly. So I'm like, nah, play it for this weekend and then just forget about it.
Yeah.
Which is a shame, because Vegas 2 is probably a better game than it.
What
And
was,
it came
what
out
was the Kansas one?
years
Patriots?
ago. Yes.
Yeah, Patriots
Siege
kind of meant
was
to be
meant to be, or Patriots was
meant to be the continuation of Vegas, pretty much, or the sequel to Vegas.
yeah, and it ended up becoming Siege, which has no single player and is.
Well, Patriots was fully cancelled, so it was.
Yeah.
Like scrapped, which is a shame. Looked good.
It certainly did.
But oh well.
Yeah.
So
that's
enough about sad games that disappoint us. What about happy news that excites us?
Well, the first one isn't so much news. It's just quite a cool wee story that came out last week.
This is story time with Richard McLaughlin.
Yeah, it certainly is. Former chief Xbox officer Robbie Back was doing. IGN have a podcast called IGN Unfiltered, and every now and then they get a random person from the industry, and it's usually someone that's been in the industry a long time, and they interview them. And it's, you know, all about things they used to do, secrets that people maybe don't know, you know, just exciting stuff. So this guy was getting interviewed and said that while Microsoft was naming the second console, so the Xbox 360, the company had considered other options, obviously. One of those options was the Xbox 3. And the reason, he says, he's quoted saying, certainly Xbox 3 was actually on the list because, well, you've got to catch up. You don't want to be Xbox 2 compared to PlayStation 3. We actually talked about that. You don't want to feel like you're a generation behind, so why not skip? And he noted that Microsoft's a long history of skipping numbers. For example, the jump from Windows 8 to Windows 10 as a prime example.
Yeah, that's not really jumping fad.
Yeah, but it's just such. Imagine that. Like, can you actually imagine that had happened?
It's almost like calling your newest one the Xbox One.
Yeah, it is a bit kind of strange. Well, the one kind of. It does make sense when they explain it like it's an all-in-one console.
But you shouldn't have to explain a product name.
Yeah, that is true,
Yeah,
I suppose. But yeah, if that had come out, people would have been like, "What? What did I miss? Another Xbox or something like that?"
That'd be a good idea, actually. I would get people talking.
Yeah,
about
it's a bit of curiosity, I
make a news
suppose.
story.
But I think the 360 works out better because, like, that is just such a good name.
Mm.
It's weird, it doesn't mean anything, but everyone just goes, "Oh yeah, 360." Like, you don't even call it the
Rolls
Xbox.
off the tongue. It was good. Yeah.
It's a really good name, actually. The second story, well, now we're actually in proper stories. If you have a PS4 and you're planning on buying No Man's Sky, but you don't want to play fucking hell, you don't want to pay for PlayStation Plus, which is that means you're an idiot.
Yep.
But if you don't want to pay the money and you can't, like, that enables you to play online with people. No Man's Sky does not require it because the reason for it is you are playing online with other people, you are in this universe with other people, but the chances of you finding them, this is how they pitched it to Sony, the chances of you finding another player are so remote that they actually don't think it can even be considered as a multiplayer game. So for that reason, Sony have said that they can, have this multiplayer without the need of.
It's not the first game
PlayStation
done
Plus.
it with though.
Yeah, there's a couple other people who've
I'm pretty sure Destiny, you can pretty much you can't really do anything Destiny without PlayStation Plus. But I think you can do Patrol because that's strictly not multiplayer. You're just patrolling the environment yourself.
Right.
You can do it with people, but
yeah, but you wouldn't be able. I don't know, because you wouldn't be able to Crucible it, so that's kind of locking the game off to you. Yeah, that's quite.
To mind it lapsed once, and automatically when you wasn't on, I was kind of looking to see if you could do it. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure you could still do Patrol. You still visit the tower and stuff just you couldn't do any sort of activities that require other people.
Yeah, that's quite shitty actually.
Yeah.
Don't know why you'd even want to do that.
But
I thought that's really cool.
No, it's good. It's good album,
but that also kind of adds to the how fucking hard is it going to be to find other players. That Sony have went, this isn't working.
How many planets against? It's 6 quintillion or something like that?
18 quintillion.
18?
No, wait. Yeah, 18 quintillion planets. I know we want to find each other, but I think this is going to be like...
Is it not like it would take you a couple of million years, even if you just spent 1 second on every
Oh
planet?
yeah, if you spent 1 second on every planet, so you would literally just need to appear on each planet, because travelling to and from planets is going to take time. But if you were to just appear on each planet for 1 second, I think the sun would die before you actually managed to do it. Like, the human race would probably be extinct.
That's billions of years in.
Yeah, I can't remember the exact number, but it's billions and billions of years.
Joe, okay, this is my challenge out to the human race then. Let's start a legacy. Pass on your PSN to your children, and their children's children. Keep... kids, are you still playing No Man's Sky?
Yeah. We have to find...
Yeah, Granddad, like, games are around us now everywhere, like...
I know.
VR exists, like, I don't care.
I know. We said that we would find each other. You're the future.
We can go to other planets right now, like...
Yeah, that's not the point. You can't go to these planets. The next story, something we actually spoke about, the BBC is bringing back fucking Time Commanders. Did we actually speak about this on a podcast? Or did we just speak about this in general? No, we spoke about this just in general.
Yeah.
It wasn't on the podcast.
Oh yeah, we did.
For anyone who doesn't know what Time Commanders is, which there probably is a lot of people that don't know this.
I knew it was, but I didn't know the name.
Yeah, it was a game, a TV show where a person would go on and they would have a big virtual table in front of them, and it was like a scene from history, and they had to win the battle, basically.
Uh-huh.
And it used, I think it was, I can't remember the company that make it, I think it's the Total War Games. I'm sure it was their engine that they used, and they simulated these kind of war zones and stuff like that. I don't know if I ever saw anybody win.
I don't think I've seen anyone either.
But it was such a good TV show. It was well, I remember it being really good. I think it had 2 seasons, so they're bringing it back for the 3rd season. I'm sure Richard Hammond. He presented it before, I'm sure, so I'd imagine they'll get him back.
He's on. He used to do Brainiac.
He also did Total Wipeout. Richard Hammond's got his fingers in a lot of holes.
He gets about.
Yeah, for a wee guy, he's like a ferret up a drain pipe.
Yeah. So anyone who loved Age of Empires basically, or Command and Conquer.
Yes, I think that's why.
I
think that's why I really loved it, because of Age of it. At the time, I was playing like Age of Empires 2.
Yeah.
Which is probably the best RTS game ever made. So yeah, I just thought it was a cool wee thing to add in. We've got Games of Gold and PS Plus. So, Games of Gold this month, you're getting Warriors Orochi 3 Ultimate on Xbox One. That's the whole month long, so August 1st to the 31st. WWE 2K16, which I'm buzzing about because I get a free wrestling game.
They're terrible.
Yeah, that's true. That's August the 16th to September the 15th. So you get it for a full month. Yeah, they do. They tend to do that.
Oh, right.
Then on Xbox 360, but it's backwards compatible. Obviously, you're getting Spelunky from the 1st to the 15th, and then for the second half of the month, you're getting Beyond Good and Evil HD, which is not bad.
Spelunky's a good game.
I'm dying to play it.
Spelunky's all randomly generated, but there's speedruns of it, people completing the game in like 10 seconds.
That's fucking craziness.
And like, I've not played it that much, a few hours into it. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
Like, because everything's randomly generated, but you see these people and they run in, go to somewhere, and that's how completing the game. It must be some sort of cheat or hack.
Yeah, I think
that breaks the game, but it's mental.
For PS Plus, we on PlayStation 4 you're getting Tricky Towers and Rebel Galaxy. On PS3, Yakuza 5 and Retrograde. And on PS Vita you're getting Patapon 3 and Ultratron, which is a fucking terrible name.
Yep.
That is actually it looks like it's crossplay. That Ultratron between PS3 and PS4 as well. So, not a bad month. There's literally nothing on either of those lists that's really worth talking about, to be honest. Spelunky's obviously alright. Beyond Good and Evil HD is a good one, because they were kind of talking about how the sequel for that isn't dead. But at the same time, both of them, PlayStation and Xbox. Some months are total shit.
Yeah.
They really, really are.
Definitely been lacking this year, I think.
Yeah, I kind of feel like this year's been a bit lacking a bit as well. So, speaking of games coming out, do you remember Marvel Ultimate Alliance?
I do indeed, yes.
Fucking excellent games. Probably some of the best dungeon crawlers ever made. This is before Marvel split and stuff like that, so you had the full Marvel roster, like X-Men, Avengers, the whole lot, they were all there. And you could play with your friends, it was a 4-player game, you all picked a character, you all ran and fought bosses and shit like that. Amazing, really good games. They are coming back out. In fact,
nice.
not just coming back out, they are back out right now.
Oh, really?
Because by the time the story came out, it was like, say the story came out on Friday and it was like, they'll be out on Tuesday. So it was pretty quickly that they came out. The only thing, they're straight ports, no visual upgrades. They have all the DLC and obviously achievements and things like
Have
that.
they fixed all the bugs? 'Cause
I'm,
that game was riddled.
that I cannot say, but do you want to know a wild guess how much they are? Remember, Ultimate Alliance came out, I think it was like the beginning of the Xbox 360 life cycle.
Oh yeah, easy.
And Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, I can't remember when that
Is this the
came
first
out.
one or the second one?
Both
Oh,
of them.
Both, right,
They're, yeah, they're both out as a bundle,
Okay.
but you can also buy them individually.
Right.
As a bundle, guess how much they are?
Surely it's not full price.
Just take a guess.
60 quid?
45 quid for the two games. To buy them individually, 30 quid. You could literally go down to fucking Game or CEX, pick up this game for less than a fiver.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Both these games. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, harder to find. First one's easier to find
Yeah.
than the second one. But no way, like,
Oh, no.
no way in the 20 quid max for that bundle.
And
10 of
they've
each.
not done anything to upgrade it or
No.
anything, no? Like,
No visual upgrades or nothing.
extra
And
characters?
I watched there's all the DLCs added into
I've
it.
excluding that.
But
you know.
yeah, no, there's no, because they had pretty much everyone you could think of. The trailer is basically just footage from the second game, because that obviously looks better than the first one. When I heard this, I was like, you have to be fucking joking me.
Yeah.
No way am I paying that money. Like, I would pay 20 quid for the bundle, tops.
Mhm.
And even then I would be like, do I want to give them 20 quid for that?
This is what I was afraid of. Marvel's shoes are getting too big now.
But
They're like,
this isn't Marvel. This is Activision, because Activision brought those. They own the rights to those two games.
but Marvel have got to have a say though.
No, because Activision owns that
But
game.
it's their characters they're using.
Doesn't matter.
Surely have to be some sort of legal royalties.
No, they own the rights to that game and everything in it, so they can do whatever they want with it.
Wow, Activision are fucking
So
shite,
yeah,
man.
that is Activision literally just been like, we
We are desperate.
they've looked, and I don't even think they're desperate. They're the biggest publisher out there. They make the most money. They've basically just looked at the way the world is now and went, wow, Marvel's fucking huge right now. Oh, look at that in the back corner. We have these two Ultimate Alliance games. Fuck them out. What it could also be a sign of is that they are doing Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3.
If that was the case, they should make them cheaper though.
Yeah, that I know. Why not just 20 quid, get them out there, everyone buys them, oh my god, these are fucking amazing, and then a full priced Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3.
Mm.
Because Marvel have said that they want to do video games right, and they're going to give them to the publishers who care. Best thing to do would be Activision, do you want to do a third game? But I don't think they would have sanctioned this.
I don't know. I've not really been impressed with Activision recently. They're kind of. What's the last game they made?
Activision own fucking others. It's them that own Destiny.
I know, but but all the input in that has been horrible. They're the reason for all the microtransactions, all the DLC being delayed and that shit.
Oh yeah, but
It's just stuff that has annoyed me with them recently. You know?
Call of Duty.
It's been failing for years now.
Well, not really. It's pretty steady. They make millions.
But the fans are getting less and less pressed with it. It may be selling well, but
Well, I
it's
think
more,
Infinite Warfare is
it's more
going
the quality.
Infinite Warfare is going to change that.
I suppose
From
yeah.
all accounts, that game is absolutely incredible. But no, just that to me, I was like, I was so buzzing when I read that story, and then I seen the price, and I was like, fuck off. Like, what I loved those two games. I was actually trying to buy them for the 360 not all that long ago. Because I was like, oh, they'll become backwards compatible, but I decided to wait until they got announced as backwards compatible, and now I'm like, this is never gonna happen because they did it with Deadpool as well. They brought the Deadpool game back out, and it was like £50. And I'm like, I'm not paying that. Like, it was a brilliant game. I'm not paying full price for it again. No way.
When will they learn?
Yeah, never, by the looks of it. Next story, for anyone who plays the Professor Layton games, which are like pretty decent wee puzzle games on 3DS, Level 5, the company to make it, they've announced a sequel to to Professor Layton series called Lady Layton, and it's going to be Japanese release on 3DS, iOS and Android spring 2017. So you're looking probably the end of 2017 for like a kind of Western release, and it's Professor Layton's daughter, and it's kind of continuing on the series. I think they did kind of hint towards this, that Professor Layton wouldn't be continuing on, or it would, but it wouldn't be the Professor, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So for anyone who's interested in those games, I was like, should probably let you know about that.
I
They're
think
quite
that
popular.
Is it called Lady Layton?
Yeah, it's called Lady Layton.
That is the worst name I've ever heard.
I know. Yeah.
They could have made it like Dr. Layton and go, oh, is it a doctor? And it's like, oh, it's his daughter, and they go, ah.
I don't understand why they didn't just keep calling it Professor Layton.
She may not be a professor though.
True.
So, but they could have made it a doctor, then change that way, and you go, oh, yeah.
Yeah, I
He's
suppose.
interested now. But Lady Layton, that is just awful.
Yeah, I know, it's a pretty poor choice of name, to be fair. Speaking of remasters, I suppose, Nordic Games have revealed that a Darksiders remaster's coming. We got a Darksiders 2 remaster, and I think when they did that, I was like, well, the first one's coming then. Like, pretty inevitable that they were going to do that.
That said it was alright.
Yeah, the second one's meant to be much better than the first one, so I don't really know why they're doing this. It's dubbed the Darksiders War Mastered Edition. Won't be
I
bad.
get it. Because you play War.
Yeah, PS4, Xbox One, PC, and Wii U. The fact it's coming to Wii U tells you that port isn't going to be that great.
Yeah.
So, don't hold your breath for that. In a new Bethesda video, the president of Arcane, Rafael Colantonio, said that the new game, what is it called, Prey, is not a remake. It's not a it's not a remake. It's not a reboot, and it's not a sequel. It's just a whole new game. He'd said basically just imagine that it's a brand new IP. So anything you thought it had to do with Prey 2 that got cancelled, anything like that, all gone. Totally different game altogether. So
why would you call it Prey?
I think they just like the idea of the name. It obviously fits in with whatever game they've come up with. And I could have kind of told you that from watching the trailer, because I was like, that has fuck all to do with
you think everyone got that
original, looks like more of a kind of Dead Space game, which is fine by me. But I don't.
Yeah, it's an interesting choice. Like, why say that? Why not say? Why not change the name, or at least go, it's not a sequel, it's not a reboot. Just imagine like in the same universe but different stories.
Yeah,
like
he's quoted here saying, not a sequel, not a remake, it has no tie with the original. You have to look at it like a reimagining of the IP.
I suppose.
So there's maybe something in the, that was floating about to do with Prey that they were like, oh, we like that, we don't like the rest of it, so let's take this and work it into something.
Would you count Easter eggs as being a tie to the original? So we haunt you with them?
No, I wouldn't say Easter eggs are a tie to the original. I think it's more of like a nod. Like I just mind that game, you know.
Yeah, so, they've deleted them all now because he said that.
Yeah, I know. Like,
nothing to do with it.
What a wanker! I put these in. PlayStation VR. Space requirement. This is something I was afraid of. I was like, I
didn't really think of that.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't realise we would need space to play this. Turns out you need 60 square feet
What?
Yeah, it sounds like a lot. That's 9.8 feet by 6.2 feet. So that is maybe like the distance from here to this couch. The good news is they tell you to limit your movement in that space. So basically, you need to be within that space, but you've not to move about a lot. They actually suggest you sit down. So I think like say like this isn't quite 9.8 by 6.2, but if I'm sitting kind of like here, probably all right.
Okay, I suppose it's probably
So-
just so you don't smash something.
Yeah. I think that's kind of they're like just keep an open area.
It's
Really.
kind of like that. Mind the Wii when they brought out that wee symbol thing when the game is loading. It
Yeah.
looked like the guy's just punching his wife.
Yeah, that is right. That's quite good actually. So yeah, that was spotted by. I was on Sony's website, spotted by Polygon. That
Well, if they've not come out and said it, then it's a bit of a strange one, then, isn't it?
yeah. I don't feel like it's that big an issue.
Yeah.
I think they're probably just like I think it must just say that so it's like don't have lamps sitting in front of
Aye.
you or a fucking
Do you-
table or
That'll
something.
probably be part of the setup. Like maybe either some video or text or something explaining how it works and going, look, you need this space, so clear your room. or
Well,
whatever.
Connect was like that as well. It was like, make sure there's fucking space in front of you. The camera needs to see everything you're doing. So
Also, didn't recognise black people on black couches.
that is true.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad if you're a black person.
Yeah.
Also pretty bad for anyone whose camera doesn't pick up black people. That's pretty racist.
That is.
You would think that would be dealt with.
Get together, Big Soft. Well,
Uh,
look at the albino on a white couch who's also wearing white, like it's just pure.
he sees red eyes.
Ah,
Also offensive to albino people. Sorry.
I'm just giving the hypothetical.
No. I think we did speak about this before. Disney Infinity shutting down, or it's just going offline. They've said that the servers will be discontinued on March the 3rd, 2017. So you've still got quite a while. You've got pretty much over half a year. And an email's been sent out to kind of anyone that owns the game, I'd imagine, and plays it online. I think different platforms maybe have different dates, but the date seems to be like March the 3rd. That'll be it. It'll be totally
If you like keep it online, get everybody to stay online during that day.
Yeah,
Break it.
I don't know if that works anymore.
Oh, it does.
Does it?
Uh-huh.
I think, do they not just kick you out of games?
It's something to do with the server. Like I think it can cause the whole thing to crash and it could be quite bad. I think you need to have like little people on. Like it's like a DOS attack. It's
But
just like do you have a DOS
do you
attack?
think they really care if they're shutting the servers off? Like, it's crashed, good, unplug it.
Well,
Fuck.
but imagine reuse that server for something else.
Yeah.
Because a DOS attack, they can't just turn it off because like everyone's
Yeah.
attacking.
A guy did that with Halo 2.
Yeah, that's
it stayed online
That's fine about it.
for ages. But I'm really not sure if you can continue to do that kind of thing, but
Oh,
we'll see. A good while ago we spoke about how Anthony Russo, one of the brothers who's directing the Avengers movies, had come out and said that they didn't think that the Avengers films would actually be called Infinity War Part 1 and 2. Turns out, totally correct. The first one has now changed its name to just Avengers Infinity War. The second one is now just classed as Untitled Avengers film. They've not come up with a name yet. So I reckon they won't name that for quite some time because that'll give you, I reckon it will have some kind of hint in the name as to what the story will be and what happens.
mm-hmm.
I think you'll need to see Infinity War pan out before you get the name for this.
The Avengers, the Fist of Thanos.
I don't even know if Thanos will really be in it in the second one. I don't know if they'll maybe cover Infinity War in one film. And then there'll be an even bigger threat again in the second
No,
one.
I think the first one's going to be setting up the war properly. Like people are going to die, they're going to be losing everything.
Yeah, I could see Thanos actually win in the first film.
Yeah.
And then they need to rally like every motherfucker they can for the second film. I hope that's the way they do it. And if it's not, probably
I
disappointed.
do and I don't because we've seen that story a billion times. Everything does that. Every movie does that. Think of every movie you've ever seen, they lose and then they win at the end. They turn it around, they get that energy.
Oh no, I don't.
boost, you know?
But I don't want them to win in the film. Like I want the film to end with like people are dead, Thanos is away.
I'm counting a second part or second.
Oh no,
film,
it's
you know,
a second
that,
film. I want it to be like introducing the newer people whose films have come out in between
I
then,
suppose.
and being like, right,
Who the fuck were you?
round up the troops, let's fucking go.
Did you see it like fucking Pubble did come kill us? You were just sitting in your house, Peter.
Yeah, what were you doing? Out in space, acting the goat. You're an animal.
You'll get that after you watch a Chronic Couch.
Yeah, you need to watch a Chronic Couch for that one. And then our last story is, I know we all want Game of Thrones to last forever, but it has an official end.
I'm happy with this.
Yeah.
Because I feel it's getting... It feels like they're dragging on now.
Oh no, I don't. I felt like at the end of that season, I was like, we're approaching the end.
There was a lot of just filler in that season.
Oh, I didn't think so. I thought this has been the best season out of them all.
First good few episodes I thought were kind of just stale.
Oh no, I actually thought every episode of the season just there was pure TV gold. Anyway, we're getting a season 7 and we're getting a season 8 and that's it. 2 more seasons, shorter seasons as well. So I reckon you're probably getting another 14 episodes and that's it.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm absolutely fine with that.
If it goes on too long, they'll just ruin it.
Yeah. Too much of a good thing's bad.
Yep.
Didn't know. I was like, yep, I know what this saying is, but...
Too many biscuits spoil the chef.
Yeah, fuck that.
Just make up our own ones.
Yeah, we should. But let's not.
All of the onions and none of the pie.
Fair enough. You left coaster in my house, man.
So it is. I'm going to get that in a t-shirt.
Oh yeah? All the onions and none of the pie?
Yep.
Would
What was
you
that
like a pie? So yeah, we're on to our question now.
We are. Which was?
What characters do you hate in games? Characters specifically, because we'd probably have multiple. So we have 5 characters each, notable mentions if we want. So I'll let you go first. Actually, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh.
I have 9, so...
We'll do one each. Yeah. So
No. We'll do your 5 first.
Let's do one each.
Right, okay, we'll do
But
one.
you go first because you get more than me.
Right, okay.
Evens out a bit.
I can't remember the guy's name,
Okay.
but the colonel, like the leader colonel guy from Modern Warfare 2, who fucking betrays you,
Oh yeah.
kills ghosts, sets him on fire.
Fuck, I can't mean his name's
I
Sergeant something.
Yeah, so I can't mind that guy's name. You know exactly who I'm talking about, though. What a wank.
The guy with the cigar.
Yeah, I remember like when that video was playing and he's like pouring the petrol over them. I was like, you fucking asshole! Like I was raging at that guy.
His ghost died. I was like, no.
Yeah, I know, but he's like still kind of alive.
Oh yeah.
No, his ghost is dead. It's the other guy that's with
The
you.
guy you play.
And he's like kind of rolling about like because he's dying and they're pouring petrol over you and you're like, oh, this is such a horrific way to go. Hated that guy.
Yeah, me too. So my first one is a Piper, I think her name is, from Fallout 4. The reporter lassie.
Oh my god! Oh,
I could not stand her,
yeah,
man.
she is
Just so fucking annoying.
I'll be honest, see Fallout 3 and Fallout 4, I hate all the companions. Apart from the dog, because the dog can't speak to me. I'm like, I don't want to hear anyone's views on anything.
Fox was good. Didn't say much.
I suppose he was okay as well.
What was the one in New Vegas? Was it Boone?
Oh,
He was brilliant.
can't even speak to me about New Vegas. I'm like, I've wiped that from my memory. New Vegas was so shit. My next one is Connor from Assassin's Creed 3, the main character.
Yeah.
Oh my Christ, what a boring character. He had like 0 personality. I would have rather played as a plank of wood.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think coming off of Ezio, like we had 3 games of Ezio, and he was like quite funny and quirky Italian.
Ezio the door.
Wee bit rapey, do you know what I mean? Like, Ezio, he's fucking cool.
What's he like?
And he kind of grew up throughout the games. Then you get this cunt corner, and it was like that game's worst crime was being set in the Civil War. To be fair, and it was so boring.
Unless you're American, right? It's the
No,
most boring fucking thing in the planet.
I actually think even as an American, you would be like, oh, that like this could have been way better. Like you just couldn't have enough.
Nothing wrong with the important war and all that shit. We get that, but it's just so fucking boring.
Oh yeah, I know. You're like, oh, really?
Every time I hear a story about it, I'm like, oh, I'm going to sleep.
I would love to know how many Americans like just couldn't stand that game because it would be like playing through class.
Mm-hmm.
Like I fucking learned all this in school.
Yeah.
Now I need to play through it as a boring ass assassin.
What am I going to climb? Hut?
A
2-story hut?
And that was it. You climbed trees, and it was fucking.
You come off at Italy jumping off fucking massive sculptures.
Yeah, exactly. To like the shitest. You could jump off cliffs, and you're like, who fucking cares, man?
I could do that.
Yeah, it was so boring. I really, really did not like him as a character.
Next, I've got I can't remember her name, but it's the lassie in the Division, the doctor one, Dr. Kendall.
Oh my god, Dr. Kendall, yeah.
Jesus Christ, right? The reason I hate her is because she doesn't give a fuck about you. Like at every mission she talks, all she cares about is the mission, right? And the other person, the leader of the Division, that lassie, I can't remember her name.
Faye something, Faye Lang.
Faye Lau or something like that.
Faye Lau, yeah.
Several times she actually butts in and goes, what about my agents? Make sure they're safe first. Like, oh yeah, whatever, but just don't fucking burn those bills. Make sure don't burn those bills.
Yeah.
That mission, she says about 25 times. Remember, Crispy's bad.
Yeah.
And I'm like, shut up.
Yeah, we fucking know. Like, I was listening the
My
first
teammates just fucking die, but no, it's fine, the bills are alright.
I know, the funny thing about that is, like, these are Division agents. They are, like, the best of the best sleeper agents.
Yeah.
And she feels she needs to tell them multiple times, don't burn this stuff. You're like, oh, no fucking shit. What do you think of me?
My fucking leader just got blown up in a helicopter, but yet still she's walking around,
yeah.
running this show, and you're just like, don't burn the bills.
She's fine, do you know what I mean?
It's like, oh, you're such a cow. I hated her.
She was a cow, actually. My next one is Eric from Tony Hawk's Underground.
Oh my god, what we shite.
Yeah, you're like neighbour rival. Oh, he was the world's what?
I thought I just saw spiders with my foot.
He was the world's worst.
Yeah.
Like you actually hated him because he was just such a wee slimy prick. The voice actor for him was incredible because he actually made him sound like a right knob end.
It's because he was your friend for like half the game, then he betrays you by stealing your trick.
Yeah,
he steals your video and makes everyone think it was him that done it.
Yeah, that's right. He's such a wee wanker.
And plus, see that, I hated that end mission where you have to beat his line, the skate line. And it's like all through your hometown.
Oh my god, yeah.
It just goes so fast, I'm like, fuck, where did it go?
Yeah, oh yeah, and if you fuck it up, that...
Yeah, like, one little mistake, that's it.
Yeah, that's you fucked it. He was a fucking bell end, I hated him.
Next I've got Raiden from Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, really?
Yeah, can't stand him. When he comes into 2, I was like, who the fuck's this boy?
Do you specifically mean from 2? Because I feel he redeems himself in 4.
He does, but I feel like the writing in 4 was terrible because he loses his arms and his legs, he gets crushed, he gets blown up. Everything happens to him, yet he's there at the end still alive. I'm like, no, you're dead. That fucking sword in his mouth, I'm like, come on, fuck, man. Even from Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, but okay, but that's more of the writing.
Yeah, okay.
He was actually an amazing character.
But 2, he's just such a whiny little bitch.
2, I was tempted to put Raiden on it, but then I thought of 4. But I suppose that, specific game, it was tragic.
You play the first part of the game as Snake, this amazing soldier, and then Raiden, this scrawny wee...
Yeah.
Slips and bird shit.
They really fucked people with that. Like, people were proper raging about that, actually.
Absolutely.
They played as Raiden. Right, I'm trying to see, because I've obviously got multiple ones, I'm trying to like pick good ones, so someone I'll pick here is, I can't remember what it's called. I think it's called the Death Gate or something like that. I've just put it down as the wall cunt from Final Fantasy VII. Anyone who's played FF7 will remember, or if you've played far enough, you eventually go to, it's like the Temple of the Ancients, and you play through it. There is kind of hard stuff in it, but it's one of these places you can very easily get stuck there, because once you get to that place, you can't leave it until you complete the game, if I remember correctly. I've really got a funny feeling you do get stuck there, and you need to beat this boss who comes out of nowhere. Like, it's just one of these bosses, and I remember him being so unbelievably difficult for the point you're at, and it was just, he was just such a pain in the arse. I'm sure it forces you to have certain people in your party that you probably never use anyway, and you ended up getting fucked so many times by this guy. I did eventually beat him somehow, but I honestly feel I had to start my game again because of, like, I'd got stuck there for some reason, and I hated
that used
him.
to happen in games back in the day. You could get stuck in that shoe.
Well, yeah, that happened to you in Final Fantasy X.
It did, yeah.
You get stuck at a certain point, because even I'd beat the thing and I was like, oh no, you should be fine, I'll come over and try, and like I was pure, nope.
Yeah.
Like, actually, what the fuck?
Skipped one too many battles.
Yeah.
Next I've got Caesar from Fallout New Vegas. Cause
Oh yeah, actually.
don't get me wrong, great character, not great voice act stuff, but he was just an absolute cunt.
Yeah, it was actually.
If you sided with him, then you are a horrible
Yeah,
person.
you only ever sided with him to get the achievement.
Yeah, but
And then you went, load game.
that was no one's main game. Like, he was so mean to you and rude to you. He killed so many people. He was just an arsehole, and then there's nothing to like about him. You're just like, the whole time I was just thinking, I want to kill you. I can't wait to kill you.
Yeah, he was a prick actually. I
Yeah.
quite looked forward. As much as I don't remember a lot in New Vegas, I remember him being a total bellend.
Yeah.
My next one, Sonic the Hedgehog. There's a character that should just go away and never, ever come back. I feel like Crash Bandicoot is from the same, actually an era before Crash Bandicoot and stuff like that. Him and Mario always competing. Mario, I don't think Mario's the greatest character. I actually think he's a really boring character. Great games.
Yes.
Do you know
Fun
what I mean?
games.
Really good games. So you forgive him for that. Sonic, better looking character, cool funky looking hedgehog, shite games. Every one of them shite.
Have you got a controller there? Just to say a second.
What one?
Yeah, that one, that's not on, is it?
No.
This is how you play Sonic.
Oh right, and you have to tap jump
sorry.
every now and then. But then you get new, like,
That's it.
the new games are fucking trash. They introduce all these shite characters that no one get.
Like Amy.
Coolest character in the whole thing, Knuckles. Didn't do enough with Knuckles.
Nah, I'd play say Tails. I always like Tails.
Oh, I hated Tails. Tails was even worse.
He could fly.
He was shite. He was like such a wimp. He was fucking trash. They're all terrible. Every game. I don't think there's a good Sonic game. I'll be completely honest and say
Sonic
that.
Adventure was alright.
But
For the
was
Dream-
it?
for the Dreamcast.
Yeah, no, you think that. This is the thing about Sonic, right? At the time, you're like, oh, this is good. Then you go back and you're like, oh, this is actually terrible. Whereas if you go back and play the very first Super Mario game, amazing. Still holds up. Hard as nails, but it still holds up.
Yeah.
Whereas Sonic, it makes no sense. Oh, it was just such an annoying game. And the fact that they're bringing more out, you're like, give up. Like Crash Bandicoot, for example. Great character. Few games, and then they began to kind of oversaturate him, and they went, kill it. Stop bringing out Crash Bandicoot stuff. That was fine. Now look, people are fucking choking for Crash Bandicoot to come back. To the point, first 3 games getting remastered. Excellent news, because they were amazing. Sonic. Every few years, here's another Sonic game. Here's all his pals. Here's Dr. Eggman or whatever threat we've come up with now. Here's Shadow the Hedgehog, who has a shotgun for no reason, drives a motorbike. Terrible. Really, I really have a great dislike for Sonic.
Yeah. I'll just change one of mine now.
Okay.
I was going to say Kane and Lynch, but it's one of them I hated. I can't remember what it was, but they did play off each other quite well. And I'd say the game and the story, the second one in particular, more let them down than the actual characters. So
Yeah, the first game's actually pretty good.
it was good. It was too long though, I thought,
Yes, I would agree. It did drag on a bit.
and it got ridiculous. Like you go to the jungle and all that shit, and like, why are we here? Or was that the second one?
I can't remember. They're kind of a blur.
No, it
to
was
me.
the first one. But the next one is fucking Roman from GTA 4.
Oh my god! How did I not even think of Roman?
Probably the worst character ever in a game. He's just so irritating.
Yeah, he was the most annoying prick.
The
in
worst
the
part of the
world.
game is like you'd be doing missions to unlock unlock shit basically, and he's like, "Oh cousin, you want to go play bowling?" And you're like, "No." He's like, "Oh, maybe another time." And then your rating goes down. You're like, "Fuck off."
Do you know what the worst? Do you know what really bugged me? I love GTA 4. Like a lot of people are saying the show's better because it's more fun, right? I loved the seriousness of GTA 4. I
Yeah.
thought it was absolutely brilliant. What I could not stand was throughout nearly that whole game, I was like, why am I doing shit to help this guy?
Yeah.
This guy fucks up continuously. He's making my life a misery. Yeah, I want to be I'm going to go and be a criminal and do my own thing. I don't want to be doing it for this other fucking fat loser cousin.
It'd be
that I've
different
got.
if it was like your brother, but it's not. He's your cousin.
Yeah, he's your cousin.
Cousins are very loose, relative. You know, like.
Who at the opening of the game, the only reason you've come to Liberty City is because he says he's doing really well for himself. He's got a big massive house and all that. You get there, lives in a shitty little apartment, does fine. Straight away, that tells you the kind of guy he is. Arsehole.
And
you
you
have
some
to
guys
help.
pumping his girlfriend as well.
Yep, and you have to help continuously.
Yep.
Wanker.
And he sets you up with that cop.
Yes.
He's a wanker.
I remember that being devastating in that game.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, really? I actually really liked him. I know we were doing 5, right? I've obviously got more than 5, so I'm going to save my last one for like, because this is, the worst of the worst, right? So my next one I'm going to do is the main guy from Watch Dogs. Jesus.
What's his name again?
Aiden Pierce.
Aiden Pierce, that's
Aiden Pierce. Oh my god, the whole game, he would drive you to drink. He's so depressing. He's constantly this sad thing, and it takes so long to find out what the sad thing that happened was, to the point that when it actually does get revealed what happened, can't even remember what it was. You don't even care. You're like, really, that's it? Like, go. I think
It's probably one of 3 things.
it's maybe like his daughter died.
Yeah,
Typical.
always is,
Yeah, or maybe it's his. I actually think it was his niece or some shit like that. Yeah, really boring. Thank fuck they've got rid of him for the next game. I actually hope in the next game they tell you he died. Like he hung himself or something like that. Because like that was the only way out for him. He was so boring, and it made you hate the game. Because towards the end I was like, I really couldn't care less. I like what this guy's doing. Like he's just so annoying. He just endangers his family. Doesn't listen to anyone. He's just an arsehole constantly.
Yeah.
So yeah, didn't like him.
So the next one I've got is the 2 stoner guys from Far Cry 4. Have you all came across them?
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ, they're just, it's like fucking, it's like Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
It's just irritating, annoying for the sake of annoying.
English as well,
Yeah.
which was also more annoying being Scottish.
They don't shut up, they talk shite. The missions you do for them are terrible. They're actually, you need to do their missions to progress in the game.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I stopped playing it because of that. I was like, no, I'm not doing that mission. I can't stand these clowns, man.
Yeah, the 2 of them were really fucking annoying actually. What annoyed me more though is the character you have keeps going back to them.
Yeah.
Keeps letting them drug him.
I know.
And you're like, how many times are you going to fall for that? Like, how many times are these guys going to inject you with some fucking hallucinogenic drug? Oh, idiot. Are we... this isn't my cat, this is a notable mention. Creepers from Minecraft.
Yeah, they're a pain in the ass.
Yeah, they are very annoying. I just have very vivid memories of creepers ruining a lot of work in Minecraft. But my next actual character that I hate, Seymour from Final Fantasy X. The cunt
Oh,
with the
yeah.
mad blue hair. Oh, from the word go. See, when you first meet him, I was pure, who is this bellend? Because
You like it?
yeah, he thinks he's so much better than you, and he appears throughout the game all the
yes.
time. Yeah, well, no, you eventually kick it utter shit.
Well, yeah,
out of him.
eventually.
But no, he's like, and you're kind of right into, you're like, yes, I'm getting in there, and then Seymour would come along and be like, oh, I'll ask for a hand
Have you
in
seen my
marriage.
tail? And it's fucking
Oh
massive.
yeah, it's a big fucking mummy thing.
I just saved the city. What did you do, Titus?
I know, I hated him. I really, really hated him.
Yeah, he was a wanker.
Have you got any others?
I had one ahead a minute ago. Can maybe say, is it Marcus for Gears of War, like? Or was it Cole?
The main character.
No, the depressive one is always
Marcus.
Aye.
Yeah.
Smile, mate, come on.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
I think this is the number.
You like kill a locust, get a torch, there you go.
That's true. I think this is the number one most hated character in any video game, or like, any gamer would tell you, I hated this character more than anyone. The dog from Duck Hunt.
Well, I never played Duck Hunt, so
Oh my
I don't have an
god.
opinion on this.
I remember, like, I know this is where my game rage comes from, is that dog. Because you would get, like, you would miss the duck, and this dog would come up and laugh at you, right? Like, that's all it did. It would come up and laugh at you. And there's only so much of that you can take before you absolutely lose your fucking mind about it. And it used to, like, literally point at you, like, through the screen and laugh. It was so annoying. He was the most annoying cunt in the world. I remember crying playing that game, like, cause I was young at the time, obviously, and my cousin had gave me the NES, and it had Duck Hunt with it, and had the light gun and all that shit, and I used to love Duck Hunt. It was absolutely amazing, but that dog was just too much. And anyone who's played that game will agree with me. He is their most hated character because he was fucking horrible. So there we go. That's all of them. There's probably
absolutely.
loads
There'll
more
be
I've
loads more.
rolled over, but yeah, that was them.
Yep, so please let us know in the comments like what characters you hate in video games. It'll be very interesting to see read them and just engage with you,
Yes.
or just say hi.
Let us know you're out there.
I saw Alan the other day,
Did you?
and I spoke to him in the centre. He was complimenting us and all that.
Oh, that's okay.
Hi Alan.
I thought you were gonna say like, oh, he's not watching anymore.
I was like, oh, that's
Fuck
shite.
you,
That
Alan.
was just 5 days ago.
Yeah, I know. Have you got a question for next week?
I do. Try to think the best way to word it
Right.
or describe it. So if you could make any VR game, what would you make? Now I'm not talking about like something that needs to be big and extravagant, right? It could be something like, remember the bubble pump game on iPhone?
Yeah.
The bubble wrap. Imagine it's like a VR game and that's it. You're popping bubbles in your house, all right?
Can it be like?
It could be simple or as complex as you want, but just I wanted to try and be interesting and unique. You know.
Because I was gonna say, can it be a game that already exists? No.
We'll do that. We'll do one that already exists that you would love to be in VR, but it's probably not going to be.
Right.
And then something that you'd be like, how amazing would that be?
Right. Cool.
Because
That's
you could easily say No Man's Sky, but I want to try and think of something that like somebody would go, oh, I never would have thought of that. You know?
Yeah.
You know,
No Man's Sky's potentially coming to VR.
Yeah.
Like, further down the line, they might add VR support, which would be fucking awesome.
It would be amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Cool.
So, yeah.
So this has been the Cosy Couch.
Certainly has.
Thanks for watching. You can follow us on Twitter at the Cosy Couch.
Mm-hmm.
You can follow him on Twitter.
At Dark Saxon.
And myself is at Nick Soloway tonight. If you want to play with us on Xbox, well, him.
Yep. Dark Saxon.
I'm
Again.
currently me.
Yep.
And then if you're on PlayStation and you want to play with us,
Dark_Saxon.
oh, that underscore ruins it.
Sorry.
And
But I need to say that, so they put the underscore in.
that's true. And I'm the Grim Reaper 89.
Yeah.
So as I said, please subscribe, please leave us a wee comment, and thanks for watching.
Yep.
Check out the Chronic Couch. Should be live by the time you're watching this, so it will be.
Good. Good.
Good. Stay cozy.
Stay cozy indeed. For the 20th time in a row.
Do you dab?
No.
You love dabbing, don't you?
No. Dib dabbing.
Need a wee guy that dabs you as you drove by.
Oh my god, yeah, that's right. Oh, we should talk about that on the Chronic Couch.
Three, two, one. It's quite a noisy
I actually
couch.
want to wear a hat today.
Okay,
Let's wear hats together.
show off your nice hat.
That is a
Should we
nice-
wheel them backwards though?
Oh no, it doesn't go with my black top, sorry, correct. Sorry. Fucked up in the hat situation.
You did.